All right, so now for the inside and how I would pack probably for 3 or 4 days. No, actually, probably a week I could do. I'd have to fill it with water. I only have currently 3 liters and then 3 gallons and then 5 gallons. So I have what, about 9 gallons. 5, 3, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 gallons, which isn't too bad. Water's probably the most important thing, but enough of that. So here we go. Sides. Go to the back of the truck. Dingo. What you doing, buddy? All right, so back truck, simple. I'm gonna set this down right here. Let's see what this guy does. We're gonna pop it open as is. So these open. Back of the truck. All right, pull the tailgate down. All right, and then, so that's the way it is. Turn the light on. Maybe. There we go. As for the back of the truck, you see a bike. That's probably the one thing I loved about the Vessel is like, I didn't know at the time, but the bike fit in the back and I was like, oh, that's awesome. I have a bike carrier, but it's just a hassle. It's not a good one. It's a cheap one off of Amazon. So I can't have access on the tailgate when I have it. I can bend it down, but whatever. So I'm gonna unload all this stuff. But in the back I have, oh, this is my, you know what, camera stuff, drone, tire to the bike. I'll get it out. And Starlink. And then another camera case. This is wild. This is a 3D printed, I already showed a video of it, but it's a 3D printed stand for a mountain bike. And, because mountain bikes don't have kickstands. So it's pretty sweet. Any questions about it, just let me know. I'll let you know. I print stuff. And I'll set this down. Put the tire in it real quick. Okay, more camera stuff. And then you see a chair and porta potty. This thing's amazing. If you've thought about getting a chainsaw, I can't say enough good things about it. I went with this just because my weed whacker and my blower run off of Ego, I guess it's called. Yeah. And then I was like, it's a no-brainer. Now I have 3 of these, 3 chargers. I think I've used it like 3 or 4 times. Cuts quick. Uses hardly any battery. It's pretty wild. Let's see, we'll get this chair. This is a no-brainer chair, especially if you have a girlfriend, dog, or a boyfriend, depending, or whatever, you know what I mean, if you have a partner of any sort. It's a low-seat kelty. It's 2 seats. Now they cut a 3-seater out. This is the 2-seater model. It's freaking sweet. Love it. This is the top of a Devos light. I broke the stand. This is one of the, I think it's the Ranger model. Yeah, so you got 4 lights. And then you got 2. And you got off. And it's USB-C. loosen this table up. I'm not sure about that. All right, let's get out of the truck. All right, so this is just another chair. I'll explain why I have that one. This is a porta potty by Thetford. It's freaking the 345 model. It's amazing. I'm gonna set it up over here. And then, let's see. Oh, I didn't pull it all the way out. Propane. This is a Ignic, just in case. Oh, in there, propane, yeah. I'm gonna get another one, and that's probably all the propane I would need for, excuse me, however long. Why do I need propane? Well, I cook with propane, but I use the little 1 gallon bottles, and then I use this for my Howe. But the next propane tank will be Howe's new propane tank they just came out with. So there's that. And then I got this chair for basically a one situation thing. Ow, almost freaking broke my finger. In a bad weather situation, you can't sit on these without your head hitting that. And this is for, like I said, if I had to close the top for stupid weather and I didn't want to go inside the truck. Let's say I was asleep in the middle of the night and the weather's stupid. The only time I was at the ocean last year in the nature nest, and I thought I was gonna have to close it, but I didn't, and it stood through it, and it was wild. But let's say I had to close the top of the tent for whatever reasons. You come down here and you want to still work or sit or do something. You can't sit here, so I got this because you can sit here and it fits back there. Other than that, you have another extra chair at the campfire. So in the back is, in the top left, here we can move in closer now. So the clothes, oh God, that bag right there is my sleeping stuff. And then, that's the 20 liters of water on the bottom for a shower. And then that is a shower, camp plugs. Yeah, and then this table is freaking wicked. I'm gonna turn this down. It pulls out to like go around so you can loosen it. This spins. And then this also flips up. And then it rotates. And then it also will go up and down right here. The lights in the GFC, as you can see, are pretty cool. You have that. You have red. You have like a white red, and then they're dimmable. And I'll go back to white. Okay. So that's it unloaded. And then, okay, I guess this piece. Ah, I missed it. Ha. All right. I'll go right there. And so there's that. And you can leave. The only reason I take that out is because I can fit the bike. Long trip, I might take the bike carrier. Probably will. But for the time being, that's that. And then over here, you have storage in here. I'll go over that later. You have storage in that one. And storage down here. In that cubby hole. And then storage in these two cubbies. That's freaking wicked. And that is the vessel. As you can see, the vessel. All right, so now we're gonna pop the top and go outside the truck. So far that's the interior. I guess if you have any questions, just leave a comment or ask, or, you know, you can message me wherever. And so next we'll pop the top, and that's pretty simple, so we'll get to that. Maybe. There it goes. All right, I'm just gonna go up here. All right. So, the guy is up that quick. As you can see it from the side, freaking tall. Go inside. So up there, those two cushions. That's what the pass-through is. So I don't know, we'll go up there and move those real quick. You can push them up out of the way. I used them down here as seats. And I'll show you what I mean by that here in a minute. So now we got the inside of, there's no room there really, but this white thing moves, so we're good on that. But this is what I'm talking about.